Hey friends, JC Planis, election lawyer, professor of election law. I just watched Donald Trump's speech and I am just aghast that anyone would ever take any of this seriously. I made some notes here. First of all, there weren't any issues. He claims that China tried to steal voter data. Well, guess what? The voter data that he says that China tried to steal is voter data that's already available to every political party and every candidate. Voters' name, their address, what political party they have, how many times they voted. Every single political party and candidate has access to this. China didn't need to hack us. China could have just walked into the elections department and bought the data. This is complete BS. We use paper ballots, so any amount of hacking into the machines is not going to do any good. The machines aren't connected to anything. None of the voting machines, none of the tabulating machines are connected to anything. So they can't be hacked, but even if they were, they can't change the paper ballot. That's complete BS. So they're saying that hundreds of thousands of people who aren't citizens are on the voter rolls. Well, everybody who's on a voter roll, we know if they voted or not. So the chances are they probably didn't find them voting because if not, they would have said so. But the other issue is, how do they know that they're not citizens? How do they know they're ineligible? Are they just going through a list and finding foreign-born names? This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. This is seems to be completely fabricated. They said they'd put this all on whitehouse.gov website. I've gone to it several times. It's not there. He says that his own intelligence agencies failed to tell him about threats. Well, that's complete bunk because there is a 2021 declassified report from the intelligence agencies that say that there was foreign attempts to hack election systems. There's always been. Perhaps he wasn't paying attention to the intelligence briefings, but this is also completely. This all seems to be geared towards him trying to rig the 2026 election. Whether he's going to try to put ICE in polling places or National Guard to try to intimidate minority voters, he's going to use this as an excuse. He's trying to get Congress to pass the SAVE Act, but this is complete BS. Nobody is going to vote to get rid of vote-by-mail ballots. They are safe and secure. He voted with a vote-by-mail ballot himself. So this is something I don't see Congress doing. The other thing is, this is not generic voter ID. The SAVE Act requires that people only use either a military ID, a passport, or a driver's license to vote. A lot of people don't have that. He would end up restricting the right to vote, which is, again, why even Republicans who have voted for this in principle are never going to vote knowing that it's going to become law because even their own voters are going to be prevented from voting. He knows he's losing the election. He knows that the Iran war is unpopular. He knows that his tariffs and his immigration enforcement has caused prices to go up, including now with gasoline because he doesn't end the war. He says that the U.S. is the hottest country in the world. You know, I was in Spain last month. We are not the hottest country in the world. The rest of the world doesn't really like Donald Trump. This is bluster. This speech was complete and utter nonsense. He also looks unwell. I don't understand what he thinks he's accomplishing. I don't understand how Susie Wiles let him go out there like this. This is a complete mockery of the system. We've always had the most safe and secure elections in the world, and as our technology's improved, the security of our elections has improved. I know this. As a Republican election lawyer, we had private investigators in the field in 2008 and 2012. All these things that his attorneys like Cleta Mitchell complain of, none of this stuff happened. We looked for it. It never happened. It's part of the reason I ended up leaving the Republican Party because I realized they were full of nonsense. None of these conspiracies have ever panned out. And as someone who's been on both sides, it's complete nonsense. Everybody should go out and vote for Democrats to make sure that Donald Trump is stopped before he does more harm to our country. Thank you.